This is the book of Psalms 91 and 8. Only with thine own, only with thine eyes shall thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. And as you brothers and sisters see on the screen, after post production, this is exactly what we're witnessing: the downfall of our enemies and the downfall of this cesspool prison that is called America, Babylon the Great. First and foremost, before I get started, I want to thank Bahasham, Yahawashi for putting the spirit on me to do this lesson. And I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS who teach and rule well, who taught me this truth. Salutation, brothers and sisters that are out there listening and learning, fighting this good fight of faith. And salutation, my fellow brethren that are pushing this word in all truth and sincerity. To you all, I want to say shalom. And hope and pray that this quick lesson be edifying and comforting, exhorting to the elect as always. So I was just riding down the street earlier, picked up a couple things for the house, and I seen that these flags that they have up, around the city and everything, and I seen them when they was putting it up maybe a month or so ago, but it's commemorating the 250 years of Babylon's existence, man. And I had mentioned this before, other brothers had mentioned it, but let's check chat GPT and just ask real quick. Salakia. Let's see, Salakia, 1 second. Why is it asking for all this information all of a sudden? Hold on. Salakia, Satan always. Whatever. You used to be able to just go on this. Oh, come on, man. Really? You know what? I'm going to do this. Alright, since they want to play stupid games. So I'll just ask Google. What is the average what's the word I'm looking for? Amount of time the kingdom lasts throughout history. Historically. So let's see. It says here, historically, pre-modern kingdoms and empires have a median lifespan ranging from 200 to 336 years. However, the mean lifespan is heavily skewed by massive outliers such as the Roman Empire and ancient Egypt, which can push the average closer to 500 or more years, depending on how continuity is defined, because kingdom and civilization can be tricky to define. Yeah. So first one, it says the 250-year mark. British historian Sir John Glubb analyzed numerous historical monarchies and empires such as the Assyrian, Ottoman, and British empires, and famously suggested an average lifespan of about 250 years. His theory breaks these life cycles into stages: pioneers, conquest, commerce, affluent, intellect, and finally decadence. Right? And we've done lessons on these those topics. And as this is the revised Roman Empire, America, we are indeed in the time of decadence. Decadence, let's look that word up just for any new listeners. What Decadence. Oops, fuck you. Decadence refers to a state of moral, cultural, or societal decline, usually brought on by excessive luxury, wealth, and self-indulgence. And what did the scripture say? That would mark the time of the end. One of the many signs. Because the scriptures are always on point, man. This is 2 Timothy 3:1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come, for men shall be lovers of their own selves, right? Think about social media, right? People taking selfies all goddamn day. People, numerous people, taking selfies in these crazy spots hanging off the side of a cliff or by a damn bear or some shit, and they end up being deleted because of this love for their own selves, right? For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy. That's everybody. I mean, just driving your car, and you could see the self love and the pride on these people, without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, right? Preaching the word of the Lord, and actually being a God-fearing man, right, is frowned upon by a lot of people, man, by most people. Traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasure more than lovers of the Most High, man. And that's where we're at with it, man. You know? And we could see that this kingdom doesn't have much longer to go, man. All praise to Yahawashi. All the prophecies, are lining up. World War III is on the horizon, pretty much in it. We're just waiting for it to escalate more. Different types of pestilences are going on, in the world. Famines are on the horizon. Droughts are being talked about. Earthquakes in diverse places, right? As of late, racial tensions, right? The scriptures speak about Egyptian against Egyptian, because of the whole case with Carmelo Anthony, right? He, the whole thing with him, Jake and Esau. So that's brewing up. I see it even in my regular day-to-day that, these Edomites are on edge even more, so we can see where everything's going. And as Yahawashi said, this is Matthew 12:25, and Yahawashi knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand, man. So that's where, what we're seeing, man. And, the people are tired, people are upset, people are on edge, and a lot of people are seeing that, this so-called American dream is nothing but a damn nightmare, man. And it was never intended, to really help the people, man. It was all a facade. It was a lie. And a lot of people are finally figuring that out. That's why you have a lot of people fleeing from Babylon and going to these other countries, man, because it's impossible to live in a society like this, man. And on top of that, Esau is being found out, right? The devil was being revealed, and these devils are going to start lashing out more and more the closer we get to the end of this thing, man. So we are definitely in these times, and Lord's will, this is the final, year of this bitch, man, But we'll see, it's all up to Yahawah by Shem Yahawashi. As the scriptures say, as Yahawashi said, no man knoweth that time or day, but Yahawah himself, man. Not even Yahawashi, it's Yahawashi and the angels. All of us are patiently waiting. But it's coming, though. Because we could definitely see the signs of the times, man. So, stay prayed up, Akim. This bitch is almost over. All praise the Yahawah by Shem Yahawashi for that. You know, we can see the fall of our enemies. You know, matter of fact, let's end off on that. One of my favorites. Because these devils scrambling, looking worried, puts joy in my heart, man. Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, otherwise known as Sirach 25:7. There be 9 things which I have judged in mine heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that have joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. Call Halal La, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rakakadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of GMS who teach and rule well, who taught me his truth. Salutations, you brothers and sisters that are out there listening and learning, fighting this good fight of faith. Keep fighting, keep striving, keep pushing. We're almost out of this bitch. And salutation, my fellow brethren that are pushing this word in all truth and sincerity. To you all, I want to say shalom, ababa ball, and kwame asharala. Hey, shalom. To the next one.